Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. We look at the headlines. Fuel prices continue escalating due to global tension. Government to evacuate all registered Zambians from Ukraine by Friday 4th March 2022.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the new.
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
We still need more players, yes, because we need to balance the team. We need to have maybe on one position 3 or 4 players.
The third Camnet Stars football trial is on. This time, Camnet Stars are looking for young, talented and skilled soccer players between the age of 18 and 20 years old. Start your lucrative football career in Europe this July. If you know you are one of Zambia's best gifted soccer players, don't waste your time. On Sunday, the 13th March 2022, there will be trials for professional soccer stars. Venue, Kablonga Boys Secondary School grounds. Time, registration 13 hours. Kick-off 14 hours. 100 kwacha non-refundable shall be paid, and your birth records must be produced upon registration. Camnet Stars, setting football standards for international market.
The coroner's court has entered a closed verdict in an inquest touching the death of Monica Mlenga, who died in the house of Catholic priest Father Abel Mwelwa. Delivering the verdict Monday, coroner Judith Chiaika found that the deceased Mlenga, aged 42, died of natural causes, hence entered a closed verdict. The deceased, who was a member of Women's Catholic League, died in April 2020 while visiting Father Abel Mwelwa at the priest's residence at Kaunda Square Catholic Church at 19 hours.
The mystery of the death of 42-year-old Monica Mlenga, who died in April 2020 from the parish priest's residence at Kaunda Square Catholic Church while visiting Father Abel Mwelwa, became clear this morning. Delivering her verdict Monday morning in the inquest, Coroner Judith Chiaika entered a closed verdict on account that the evidence of the witnesses and the state pathologist found that the deceased died of natural causes. Meanwhile, Father Mwelwa, who was at the center of this controversy, refused to give a comment over the outcome of the inquest.
Okay. Please, can you just give us, no comments, please. No comments, please. I mean, that is yes. No comment, please. No. We thank you, the media. You felt we thank you. We thank you for your presence. No comments, please. We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much.
During the inquest hearing, a state pathologist testified that the deceased might have died of sudden cardiac arrest, and further that after conducting a post-mortem it was revealed that she suffered from high blood pressure and uterus fibroids, while the witness in Jupati, Father Mwelwa, had testified that on the 8th of April 2020, the deceased complained of not feeling too well after she took some tea. He also testified that he called his assistant, informing him that their guest was not okay, hence needed to be taken to the hospital. But upon reaching, she was pronounced dead. He had also told the coroner that the doctors informed him that they couldn't pump oxygen as she had fluids in her lungs. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
The prices of fuel are expected to be on an upward trajectory despite the newly increased prices affected by the Energy Regulation Board (ERB) in line with monthly reviews of commodity prices. This is on an account of global events including the war between Ukraine and Russia, which is expected to affect the supply of commodities. According to the ERB, the upward adjustments in prices is inevitable to ensure the sustained supply of fuel to the Zambian market in the short to medium term.
Fuel is an important catalyst to the economy as it aids productivity. While prices of the commodities for the month of February were reduced by an amount below 2 kwacha, commodity prices on the market remained static, including bus fares. Now, the prices have increased again by about over 2 kwacha. It simply means have to brace themselves for tougher times ahead, and not even these lamentations will change the situation.
We are expecting now all the product to be increased, of which it is going to affect the lives of people.
Ero futi mufunika matandizirako bantu amene bovutika unga bapimisa bantu 5 kwacha amene baoda manje bantu muzabatandiza bwanji nakambati new government ikabwerapo vintu vizachita bwanji vizabwerera manje futi vintu vichita bwanji venda pamwamba mali tizakala bwanji muziko.
The latest from the Energy Regulation Board (ERB) is that the pump price for petroleum products has increased by 2 kwacha 12 ngwe per liter for petrol and 2 kwacha 61 ngwe per liter for diesel, while the price of kerosene has remained unchanged. According to the ERB, the upward adjustment in prices is inevitable to ensure sustained supply of fuel to the Zambian market in a short to medium term. Notably, the prices of fuel are anticipated to continue increasing, and this is also on account that, including the war between Ukraine and Russia, which is expected to affect supply of the commodities. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Sofu Chifyembe, a farmer from Chibombo district in Central Province, says farmers lack inadequate resources and equipment to engage into drip irrigation. In an interview with Camnet TV News, Ms. Chifyembe discloses that farmers are willing to take this route but lack tools. Meanwhile, Minister in charge of Agriculture Ruben Piri says government plans on investing in dam construction and irrigation of water resources in the country in order to strengthen drip irrigation.
With many people diving into the agriculture sector in Zambia today, more attention has been given to various agricultural practices that generally aid agriculture. One of the common processes that have gained even more ground today is drip irrigation. Irrigation is a very efficient process that allows water and nutrients flow directly into plant's root zone. This allows the plant to get the exact amount of water and nutrient they require for proper growth. However, a farmer from Chibombo district in Central Province says farmers in Zambia lack adequate resources and equipment to engage into drip irrigation.
Most of the farmers are really willing to participate in drip irrigation, but the only challenge is that the finances, where to get all the equipment needed for you to have that drip irrigation.
She explained to this reporter that government needs to invest in drip irrigation.
And mostly drip irrigation, we use it in gardening. When we're doing our gardening, that's off season. When we start planting different vegetables, that's where we need drip irrigation. But we are able to have that because we have got limited resources and limited capital. But most of the farmers are willing to go that direction.
Meanwhile, Minister in charge of Agriculture, Ruben Piri, says government plans on investing in dam construction and the utilization of water resources in the country in order to strengthen drip irrigation.
And when they come, they are coming very heavy. There are floods in the southern province. Most of the parts of the country, the crop has been washed away. So our way to go is to be climate smart, and irrigation is the way to go. So our emphasis, you come to the office so many times, you know our emphasis, dams and irrigation. So drip irrigation and other forms of irrigation. You know, drip irrigation is just one of the many irrigation types. So irrigation, I say, is what we are looking at, and that's what we are going to emphasize.
Zambia is investing in irrigation irrigation systems as a way to improve crop yields in the face of prolonged droughts and increasingly severe floods. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Government has managed to safely evacuate 57 students to Poland, while one student is safely in the Hungary with hopes of evacuating all by Friday this week. Updating the nation on the situation in Ukraine, Foreign Affairs Minister Steny Kakobo notes that all the 141 known Zambians based in the Ukraine, 27 former students have opted to remain in the country, having been integrated in the Ukrainian society. Mr. Kakobo says the situation in Ukraine is still unpredictable and complex, that the government remains committed to ensuring the safety of the Zambian nationals. Meanwhile, the Foreign Affairs Minister notes that a lot of challenges have been faced, including Zambian national opting to ignore government's effort, among other reasons.
I'd like to inform the nation that as of the last few hours, 57 students have safely crossed the border into Poland, and one student is safely in Hungary, having been directed by his parents to travel to Hungary. At the border on the Polish side, our staff from the Zambian embassy in Berlin, in Germany, and the Honorary Consul to Poland have secured buses to shuttle our nationals as and when they arrive into Poland. Out of the 141 known Zambians in Ukraine, there are indications that 27 of our nationals, predominantly former students, have opted to remain in that country, having integrated in the Ukrainian society over a number of years. 14 are still in Sumi. It is important to note that movement around this city has been curtailed. In this regard, the Zambian embassy, together with the SADC group in Moscow, is actively engaging the Russian government to create a safe passage for our students in Sumi.
Vice President Mtalina Lumango says Western Province requires urgent and rapid transformation in order to turn around the economic fortunes to support the developmental agenda invested by the New Dawn administration. Mrs. Nalumango notes that while parts of Zambia require development, Western Province has not had transformative programs and investments at the scale that can make impact among the people. The Vice President states that the statistics over the years paint a picture of urgency in terms of attracting massive investments in key sectors based on the endowments and natural resources that awaits exploitation through local, national and international investments. Mrs. Nalumango was speaking when officially launched the Western Province Investment Expo, which will be held from the 26th of September to the 2nd of October under the theme Rapid Economic Transformation through Increased Homegrown Entrepreneurship, Value Addition and Trade. And speaking earlier to tourism Minister Rodney Tikumba stated that Expo in this line with government's agenda to promote private sector-led investments and will attract meaningful investments in various sectors.
Awaited Western Province Tourism and Investment Expo has been launched Monday, setting the tone for the actual event slated for September 2022. Gracing the event, Vice President Mtalina Lumango has assured government's commitment to working hard at marketing tourism and trade in the Western Province given its potential. Mrs. Nalumango has cited a number of resources in the province which include water levels, fertile land and sunshine hours, which make the province an ideal area for investment.
Under the theme, Rapid Economic Transformation through increased homegrown entrepreneurship, value addition and trade, a very long one. The theme is indeed timely, because Western Province requires urgent and rapid transformation in order to turn around the economic fortunes to support the developmental agenda envisaged by the New Dawn administration. The drive to promote trade, tourism, and investments aligns very well with the desire to unlock the huge potential based on natural and human resource that is key to shaping a new and promising agenda for prosperity in Western Province.
She has acknowledged the need for proper road networks to give potential investors easy access.
When we say that Zambia has potential to become the breadbasket for Africa, Western Province is very strategic to this agenda. However, I am mindful that unlocking the economic potential of Western Province requires large-scale and sustainable investment in transport infrastructure, which in turn become part of a catalyst for positioning Zambia as a transport, trade, logistics, and tourism hub in Southern Africa.
The expo was coupled with pledges made by various stakeholders.
That will also be a sponsor for the Western Province trade, investment, expo, trade, tourism, and expo. The owner will want to be the biggest sponsor.
Half of my village want to pledge 50,000 kwacha.
So the spirit of Africanity and getting things done, we commit that we want the leading sponsors of this event.
Meanwhile, representing the Barroso Royal Establishment, Hon Ngambela has thanked government and stakeholders for the anticipated development in the province.
Your Honor, like I have earlier on mentioned, Barroso Royal Establishment would like to assure the government, through you, Your Honor, that we will be very active, very active participants in the process of developing our province.
The September Expo will cost over 9 million kwacha, as reviewed by organizing committee. Alex Shimba, Camnet News, in Lusaka.
This brings us to the end of our midday news, but before we go, take a look at the headlines once again. Fuel prices to continue escalating due to global tension. Government to evacuate all registered Zambians from Ukraine by Friday, 4th March 2022. Thank you for joining us. My name is Amazing Katamanga. Good afternoon.